Good morning. This coming Sunday, we're going to be looking at the musical Sound of Music. When the movie came out in 1965, it was so incredibly popular. It was Kim Karath who was playing the part of Gretel, the youngest of the Von Trapp children. You'll remember she was so cute. She was actually a 7-year-old little girl, Kim was, playing this part. And you remember the very famous boat scene? When the children had been playing while their father was off on a vacation, and now he was coming back home, and it was Maria who had made them play clothes out of the old drapes, and they were out in a boat now on the lake, and their father showed up and they weren't expecting him. And all of them stood up in the boat because when their father came, you always stood up at attention. And it was that very famous scene when they all stand up and then they fall out of the boat. Well, it just so happened that they were wanting to maybe use a stunt double for this little girl, Kim. She was 7 years old, and she couldn't swim. But it was the director who really did, Robert Wise, who was just adamant, no, we have to go for authenticity. She has to do this. And so it was one of the assistant directors who, right before the scene was shot, went up to Julie Andrews and said, "Okay, I got something I need to tell you. The little kid can't swim. So when you fall out of the boat, be sure and fall forward and go around and reach up and catch her as quick as you can." Obviously, the little girl, the way they always did it, Julie Andrews was the front, little Kim would be all the way down at the back. And so, sure enough, they start to shoot the scene, and they all stand up in the boat, and they got to get the boat rocking backwards and forwards, and Julie Andrews falls out of the back of the boat backwards, and all the kids fall forward. Well, Julie was freaked out, and she said she was trying to swim around to the boat as fast as she could to get to little Gretel to get to Kim. Well, she got her, and they pulled her out of the water, but she'd swallowed a lot of water. And they got her up, and she was holding on to one of the other kids, and she threw up all over them. Well, the scene had gone well, but Robert Wise wanted to get another take of that scene. Now, if you're a 7-year-old, and you just practically drowned and thrown up on somebody because you hit the water, what do you say to that director? She said, "Okay." They got her all fixed up. Everyone did, back in the boat for another scene, and it went smoothly as well. It's one of these famous scenes, and you can ask her about it today, and she will tell you she really didn't like that scene. I don't blame her. But even though she didn't like it, she was willing to do that second time. And I thought about that. A 7-year-old who was doing the things that sometimes you don't like, but she knew it needed to be done, and she stepped up and said, "I'll do it again." It's when you and I are focused on what we are really called to do, that there is something we feel is so important that we may not like it, but we're willing to do it because we know it's the right thing to do. It is Christ who does call us forward into life and gives us great dreams, and they're not always easy, but you're willing to do the hard thing even a second time because you know it's the right thing to do. Have a great day.